Hey there, America. Why do you run around calling yourself united? It's so clear that the United States of America is an inaccurate description of what you actually are, America. You don't seem very united at all right? You got a whole bunch of people running around like it's still the wild, wild west with pistols akimbo, just pow, 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 you know what I'm saying? All over the streets, all over the schools, and now most recently at a punk rock venue. And not just any punk rock venue, someone's home. A house show venue in Minneapolis, Minnesota had an unfortunate mass shooting just happen, and it's my begrudging duty to talk about this today. Hey, how's it going? I'm Dan Frampton, and it doesn't seem right to go on with the whole like and subscribe thing that I normally do during these portions of the videos, so today we're just going to kick right into it. So I'm just going to jump off by reading this post by Hairpiece that they posted here to Instagram. Felix Havoc on the shootings at the punk space in Minneapolis. Last night here in Minneapolis, there was a mass shooting at a punk show. At a real DIY underground hardcore house party. The bands Rubberman, Texture Freak, and Miracle Debt were playing. The house and scene is really oriented towards the queer punk crowd. I was not there, but apparently some local thugs showed up and realized when it was a queer/trans oriented event, they just shot the place up and ran out. 1 person died and 7 injured. That is horrible. What do you mean they went to a punk rock show, realized that it was an inclusive space, and then just shot the place up? How is it really getting that easy for Americans to start pistoling people? This is absolutely crazy. As somebody who's watching the United States from above, up here in the United States of Canada, it's absolutely unfathomable that this kind of stuff actually happens in the world. This was not a robbery or a carjacking gone wrong. This was a straight up hate crime by ignorant people who hate others because they are different to the point that they are willing to murder them in cold blood. How gruesome is that? And you wonder why people have a hard time coming out, you know what I mean? Because this kind of stuff actually exists in the world. And it's up to us that aren't in the LGBTQ plus community to actually champion them and ally them, because this kind of stuff is still going on and is absolutely horrendous, heinous behavior. My heart absolutely breaks and goes out to everybody and everybody's families that were involved in this thing. When they drew up this show poster, I bet they had no idea that things were going to go that crazy. And how would they? The name of this venue was called Nudie Land, and it was just a little house in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Jimmy Helicopter, who was there to perform with their band Texture Freak, went on to post this to Instagram. At Texture Freak's tape release show Friday, August 11th, 2 people opened fire at the backyard bar, killing my housemate August, injuring my brother and 6 friends. Thank you to everybody reaching out and offering support. I'm safe, but everyone is going to have to pay the bills. I don't want to have to fill August's room anytime soon. Lots of medical bills, that kind of thing. This GoFundMe will be distributed amongst everyone affected. I will leave a link to that GoFundMe in the description below, and if you have any capacity to help out, you can reach out there. And if you also want to support some of these bands that were playing that night, you can go over to Bandcamp and check out Texture Freak over here. You can check out Miracle Debt over here. And how's about you check out some A-Truth over here. I also want to direct you towards this GoFundMe over here, which is direct support to Caitlin, who was the partner to August, who we lost that night. The description reads, for those who don't know, there was a mass shooting in Minneapolis at a punk show. The senseless act of violence was committed by strangers, and we lost August. Let's come together to support Caitlin as she processes this unfathomable loss. Caitlin is constantly taking care of others, and if you've met her, she's probably made you laugh, made you a meal, or been supportive of your creative project. She's given so much to the community, it's her turn to be supported. So if you have anything that you can throw to Caitlin right now to support them in this time of need, I'm sure that they'd really, really appreciate it. This is one of the worst things to ever happen. I can only imagine how deeply affected the people close to this are. As somebody so far away, it even took me a whole day to process this enough to make a video about it. The people in that scene, the people in that community are taking time off of shows today because everybody's grieving, everybody's trying their best to process this. They gotta come together as a community. They gotta come together and figure this stuff out. And really, they should not have to. Now, normally, as a Canadian, when you show up to somebody's house, that's time to be polite. You take your shoes off at the door, you say your pleases and your thank yous, you cross your legs, you don't put your elbows on the table when you're eating. It's that kind of thing. And I can't believe that these hooligans went into somebody else's house where there was performances happening and just shot the place up because they didn't like the fact that there were different people than them around. All right, let's throw it to the local news to see what they have to say, to see if they know who did it, if they caught the person, that kind of thing.
One person is dead and at least 6 others hurt after a separate shooting at a music venue in Minneapolis. Police say it happened just after 10 last night near 16th Avenue South and Bloomington Avenue. When officers arrived, they found one person in their 30s dead. A total of 6 others were shot. Police say one of those victims required surgery. The rest had non-life-threatening injuries. They're still looking for the 2 male suspects and believe this was a targeted shooting. This afternoon, we learned ATF is helping in the investigation. We'll continue to update you as we learn more information.
All right, so it seems like there are 2 suspects and people are still looking for them. I hope to God that these monsters are found and tried to the fullest extent of the law. This is a heinous hate crime and it needs to go punished. Okay, I'm going to get out of here right now. Just keep everybody in this story close to your heart and minds over the next couple days. Send what you can, and until my next upload, see you later.